Hello, classic cucks. It's me. Today, we're going to talk about going through a divorce classically. Now, as many of you know, I was cheated on. I just hope she was classic. Download Tinder, while, of course, holding a teacup. That makes it classic. Next, you can just do what I do. Get a nice big bowl of ice cream, classic caramel ice cream, cry, and swipe right on every man you see. Classically, of course. Classically! What's up, everybody? It's your favorite classic boy, Hunter Avalone, here back with another delectable video. Now, for a long time, I have been wanting to talk about Abigail Shapiro, Classically Abby. Classically Abby delivered February 5th, a video called "A Company Canceled My Sponsorship Because I'm Conservative." If you're a conservative and you really want to just feel sorry for yourself today, then this is going to be the video for you. But if you're anyone else who doesn't like the idea of playing the victim, well, you might enjoy my response. Now, I don't want to say anything, but I can see it. Yeah, there's definitely some resemblance here. All right, anyway, Classically Abby, take it away.
Hello, Classic Crew, and welcome to today's episode of The Scoop. If you are new to my channel, The Scoop is our opportunity to act as if we're grabbing a cup of coffee together, have a chat, go over what went on over the course of the week, and
what if I don't want to grab a cup of coffee with her? All right, enough sarcasm here. Let's approach this as if we're at a tea party.
Grab a cup of coffee or tea or lemonade or whatever it is that you're drinking, and let's get into it.
How about a shot of liquor?
Amanda Ensing. So she has over 1 million subscribers. She is a beauty YouTuber, and she has done an incredible job of building up her business.
Has she blinked even once? Yeah.
As conservative, and of course that isn't allowed, and ever since she did, she has been getting in hot water. Conservative, and of course people hated it, as you guys know. On
people probably didn't like when you come out as being wrong.
My channel, it is something that we have to talk about constantly, is the idea that conservatives are not allowed to speak up and say what we truly believe.
Not allowed to get up and speak your mind where? Conservatives dominate every social media platform. Conservatives are extremely vocal. There's massive money in the conservative industry, the grift, whatever you want to call it. I hope she gets a little more specific, because I have no idea what she's talking about, unless she's saying conservatives aren't allowed to get up and speak their mind without backlash or consequences. But then again, that's called having free speech.
And when some people started commenting on her videos that she was a conservative and that they hated that she had voted for Trump, Sephora pulled her contract and tried to not pay her for the work that she put into her video. And she started a campaign that she called the #boycott Sephora campaign. Sephora does not care about conservatives.
All right, so you heard it. This girl was just your nice, friendly, everyday conservative, and then all of a sudden someone got mad that she voted for Donald J. Trump, Big Papa Daddy Trump, and then she was kicked out. The poor girl, forgotten and left to waste. I wonder, is Abigail Shapiro telling this story honestly and accurately right now? What do you think? You can take a wild guess. Yeah, you guessed it right. I want to die too. Ensing has faced backlash for praising Trump, blackfishing, and seemingly supporting the Capitol riot. So at one point she tweeted, "There's not enough popcorn in the world for what's about to happen." This was on January 6th. And then she later tried to clarify and cover her ass to clarify this was not condoning violence at the Capitol. Violence is never okay, no matter which party it is. I was referring to corruption I believe will be exposed in the coming weeks and would be set in stone after certification of a rigged election. You know what? Let's be extra charitable here. Even if she wasn't condoning any violence, this is still not just being a conservative. This is peddling conspiratorial bullshit about a rigged election. And here's the actual statement from Sephora. Most recently, she made light of the violence and tragic loss of life at our nation's capital last month. Any claim that this decision was made on the basis of political or religious beliefs is inaccurate. We respect each individual's right to have their own perspectives and freedom of expression. And everybody knows the Capitol storming, that was a PR nightmare for anybody who was involved. So if Sephora is paying her, and this influencer is on Twitter spreading election misinformation, which we now understand can seriously lead to legitimate harm, wanting to cut ties with her to protect their own brand is normal. In fact, that's capitalism, baby. So they also point out that when they were sheltering, she tweeted out, Trump knows exactly what Pence is about to do. Grab your popcorn. While our elected officials are in danger hiding from a deranged lunatic MAGA mob, she's saying grab your popcorn. This girl tweeted some dumb stuff. She has dipshit opinions that didn't look good for PR. So thanks to capitalism, the brand decided to stop doing work with her. This is completely normal.
So I had a sponsorship. I had a sponsorship lined up for 6 months. I did one video and I sent it to them. They reviewed it. They said it all looked fine. I went ahead and posted it. And a few people wrote to that company, said they didn't agree with the content that I had posted, and the company pulled the sponsorship. So I no longer am making money.
This is the worst attempt at playing victim I've heard in so long. I'm a public figure who apparently has enough of a budget to pump out ads on every single person's YouTube feed, but then one brand decided to stop working with you, probably because they got a little bit of backlash. You know that this is just normal in the business, right? You know what a lot of people don't know, because I never bother to talk about it because I recognize that it's just a normal part of the business. Back when I was a staunch right-winger, I actually had an ad taken down as well. It wasn't because my video was conservative or because I was a right-winger. They chose to work with me. They were clearly fine working with right-wingers, just as whatever brand this was fine working with you, Abby. But sometimes they can face some backlash and then they want to take the ad down. It happens, and it happened to me before too, but guess what? Even when I was super far crazy conservative, I was not up here making videos crying about how I'm being canceled by the woke liberals. Because even then, I wasn't obsessed with playing the fucking victim.
From that company because I am conservative. And they were explicit in their email that it was because of my content and what I have to say here on my channel. Now,
I wish you would show the receipts for that, because as we already know with the way that she covered this story, I don't really trust her to be giving us an accurate interpretation of anything. What's also bizarre to me is that Abby decides to springboard this whole video with the story about Amanda Ensing. But shouldn't conservatives try and conserve what makes America great, like our democracy? You'd think they would respect our great American systems. Plus, by traditional definitions, the Capitol riots were done by right-wingers, but not by conservatives. Conservatives historically preserve the status quo, but these violent hooligans wanted a literal revolution. So if anything, I hate to say this classically, Abby, but you're the one who's now making it sound like supporting the Capitol riots is somehow hand in hand with being conservative. I don't want to believe that.
And I also know that this company sponsors other creators who have done other controversial content on the other side.
Sometimes it just depends on if they get more backlash. This is not anything specific to conservatives either. I covered a story a couple months ago about a girl that made a kind of cringy, sort of violent TikTok joke, and she got fired from her job because a bunch of MAGA-tards tried to cancel her. If anything, we should have a conversation about how much influence these massive voices on social media have over the corporations. Maybe we can have a nuanced discussion about that sometime, but something tells me that's not gonna go well for our little tea chat here with Classically Abby.
So it seems like conservatives are being actively discriminated against, and Amanda Ensing is not alone.
Is this really how she forms arguments? Well, it happened to me and it happened to someone else I know, so I guess it's systematically happening that conservatives are censored. I bet Classically Abby doesn't believe systemic racism is a thing.
No, we should not stand for this kind of treatment. No, conservatives should not be discriminated against for their beliefs.
What's funny also is this line of thinking would not be acceptable to conservatives in any other context. Try and have a conversation with a conservative about black people disproportionately being victims of police brutality. Their go-to response is, well, black people commit more crime. It's not necessarily that they're black, it's that they just commit more crime. But then when stuff like this happens, no, there's no explanation. There's no way that we can look into this. It's just because I'm conservative. I'm the victim.
Right now in front of our eyes. It's happened to me. It happened to Amanda Ensing. So this isn't just a one-off situation that happened with her. It happened to me. So
oh, wow. There you guys go. It's not just a one-off situation. It's a two-off situation.
this is something that is happening to all of us. And it's really upsetting, and it's something that we should be fighting against. And this is why I think it's so important for me as a creator to continue to speak up about my views so that we aren't all silenced. So the next things that I want to talk about are just a bit more on the lighter side. So we had a bunch of snow hit us in Virginia, and I know that that's been happening all over the...
Okay, well, that was a little abrupt. Listen, I'm not saying that you should panic, but basically conservatives are systematically being wiped out of every single industry. Yes, it's a multi-billion-dollar industry, but seriously, we're being discriminated against, we're being killed, we're being slaughtered by Twitter in Minecraft, but still, it's serious. So, Classic Crew, did you hear that Starbucks has a new latte? Do you like my Uggs? So there you guys have it. Classically Abby, back at it again with the classic cringe. Please give this video a like, comment below, and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you all soon. Bye, classic cocksuckers!